Welcome to the Journey to Easter. Today is Wednesday of the 5th week of Lent, and the gospel today comes from John. And in this gospel, I love this line that Jesus says. He says, "If you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples." If you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples. And it kind of makes me think about, who we follow and who we surround ourselves with, who we imitate. And I think, those who we follow and who we imitate, we tend to become more like them. And I think Jesus is trying to encourage us, to become his disciple by following what he says, following his truth, following his teachings, and then we become, that positive, good disciple. You remember the saying, you can't soar with eagles if you're hanging with the turkeys? That line comes from a former teacher and coach, Gary Kent of the Hyde School. And I researched this just a little bit. The Hyde School education, it starts with asking students to look at their highest expectations of themselves by answering a couple of questions. I mean, they actually begin with this. And the questions are, who are you? Where are you going in your life? And what do you need to do to get there? I kind of love that thought, not only for education, but even our faith life. And in our faith life, I think it's good sometimes, to step back and say, who are you? Well, I mean, if I answer that question for myself, I begin with saying, I'm a child of God, and that's how I really want to live. And then it says, where are you going in your life? Well, I just want to be that disciple of Christ. I want to follow him, and that's what I want my life to be about. And what do you need to get there? Well, you follow him. You follow his teachings. You do what he asks you to do. You serve like he served. You don't look to be taken care of. You look to take care of others. In reality, when we talk about following him, we want to be shaped by Jesus. We want to be formed by Jesus. We want to imitate him, because then what ends up happening is we bring him to the world. We bring him to others. I'm kind of on this St. Augustine kick lately, and here's this beautiful quote that comes from St. Augustine. It says, "Do you know who the upright of heart are? They are those who wish what God wishes." I think as we go through this season, as we go through every day, shouldn't we strive for that? To live the way God wants us to wish what God wishes. We find that out from following Jesus, from listening to him, from trying to do what he asks us to do in this good news. Today he tells us, if you continue in my word, you are truly my disciple. That's our challenge. Let's imitate him. Let's ask ourselves the question, who are you? Where are you going in your life? And what do you need to get there? Have a great Lent and a great journey to Easter.